So, what was the question again?
Is you says that you said that God is don't like everything.
He's unique.
Yes, you said that a human create bikes, paper or cars or everything, but human. Human make a man and a woman make a boy or a girl.
Sure.
So is that any possible about God may create us?
Like that?
Yeah.
The same as that.
Like God is that possible?
It's like a father, like Christian belief.
Yes. Is that possible?
So your question is, if it's possible, God is like a father. So he has a wife.
It's kind of like us.
Yeah, you think is that God is the father, the first man who was a child after God. You mean like this?
Yeah.
It means God needed a wife to have the sex, and the sperm and the eggs, they meet each other and they do the process and the children come. First of all, if a boy and a girl, they have no choice and no decision and no any involvement in making the children. Yeah, I told you before. The children, you cannot. Okay, if I give you a wife, you marry your wife and you want to make children and you have no choice on it. You can't do nothing on it.
Yeah.
Is the God making the children? First of all, if God needs something else, then God needs something else. If the God needs something else, he always needs what he was do before this boy, before the wife, before the girl. But this is another thing. I will put it in another way. We were talking about the dimensions and the science, that people were saying the science is the God, science created. And then you ask them how you were born, they will say my father, my mother. I would say no. There are some people, they want to make children, they cannot. Or some people condom breaks, they make children. And when you want to make children, you have no involvement. You just have sex and the process is by something else. Okay, we go to science, we go to chemistry, biology and stuff, sperm, it's the egg, but all of this stuff, it has something behind of it. When you go back in the first man, again you stay. Who created the first man? Darwin theory is saying...
The egg come first or the chicken come first?
Yeah, but that's another question. We go to Darwin theory, around a few years ago, very recent. It's not more than 200 years, which is like about 50 years. But let's say 200, let's say 500 years. They are saying that there was a revolution. There was an evolution. There was a fish, and from the water, the fish comes on the land. It becomes crocodile. It becomes chicken. Chicken becomes blood, or dinosaurs. Dinosaurs become, and this kind of evolution. First of all, this has been said 50 or something years ago. We have holy books from a few thousand years ago.
Yes.
It said we have created the earth in a few periods. Days. Day doesn't mean 24 hours of hours. We make this,
Yes. We
make this standard. Yes. But it said the earth, like in Quran, it said is made in, I think, 6 days or 7 days. It's been created in 7 days, and then God do not need to rest because he doesn't have a body to get tired. But for example, in the Old Testament and New Testament, like Bibles, and they said God made in 6 days, and then the 7th day he had a rest, he slept, he got tired. Again, it goes back to the father, because they believe the God is a man. It has a body, has some kind of form. He needs a wife to sire a children, to have a sex
to create.
Well, I want to give you another, go back to the same question. You were asking about dimension. This has been taught to some people, I think. Imagine dimensions, the holographic thing. We were talking, we know nothing. The science is so limited. We say science has created us, but science knows nothing. Why? Because after thousands of years, mankind living on the earth, we just made the ball. We just made airplane. We never crossed the moon. Even if we travel to the moon, we have never gone to the Mars yet. It is nothing. Science is nothing. 1,000 years, maybe science can find it too. But we need something more stable and more truthy and more promising than science, because science knows nothing. Science is so limited. Imagine if you get the coordinate, this is the X, this is the Y. This is the book, right?
Yes.
This is the X, horizontal and vertical. X, Y, and we have a Z. We have the head.
I
the
know.
Z.
Yes. Z.
These three dimensions, right? You can make a 3D thing. You are here in the X, I don't know, X blah blah, Y blah blah, and I am in X, Y blah. We have some date in this state, in this coordinator, and we are in the time, in the 0 time. If we record it like it's recorded now. If you stop it right now, we are staying in the X, Y, Z, and time blah blah, time 0.
Yeah.
And then we go to t equals 0, and then we go to t equal 1. We go to time like the let's change the expand the time from the second to the like hour to minutes.
Yes.
This is minute 1.
Yeah.
This is minute 2.
2.
This is minute 3. Like this a book. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first minute we were here. This X, this Y, this Z.
Yes. The
Then we have another time.
They have thing, right?
We have X, Y, Z, and again we are in it. We are in 3 dimension, and this is all together.
Just
This is the 4th dimension, time. This is the 4th dimension. We have other dimensions that our mind cannot perceive. There are some more dimensions. People have put some example, like they put every book, they put it in another book too. Like every book, when you open the first page, then there is another book in it. This book has like a few dimensions. Like this, you get to more dimensions.
Yeah, like maybe we just stand in like one of the dimensions.
we are in this dimension.
We have the
cannot...
same people, same like in other dimensions. We also have the same, right?
You see, we are in this dimension.
Yeah.
We cannot see another dimension. We are living in another dimension.
Maybe I see. Yes, maybe.
What's the point? We were talking about what is the soul. I said when you die, your soul will be alive. What is in another dimension? And your soul is not limited to place and is not limited to time, because for him, for your soul, time is not existed.
Yes.
Time is existed for your body, for your mass.
Yes.
Then there is X, Y, and Z. But once you are out of this dimension, like I tell you right now, where were you yesterday?
Where yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday. Now?
Yesterday. Where have you been? In this time, yesterday. In
Home.
This time.
Home.
What were you doing?
I stayed at home, maybe.
Watching movie, for example.
Watching movie.
At the very moment, you can feel yesterday, and your soul is concentrated. Your body is here.
Yeah.
Your mass, your body, your brain is here. But your soul is concentrated to yesterday, to another place, another time.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, right.
So your
That's
soul
right.
is not limited to the place and is not limited to time.
Yeah.
Maybe when you die, your soul is alive too and is living in
Live
another
their
dimension.
world.
The same, we have an example. We say in the Islamic theology, in Islamic philosophy,
Yeah.
they say death is the brother of sleeping.
Brother of Philippines.
Sleeping. When you die, is the same as you sleep.
Yeah.
So you dream. When you sleep, you dream. You are
dream,
alive,
yeah.
but you're not limited to the time and place.
Yes.
When you sleep, sometimes you see a nightmare or a dream or something.
Yeah.
You see long dreams. But
Yes.
when you wake up, it's just a second.
Yeah,
How can
exactly. Yeah.
How can you?
I can't use the
Because time is not existed for your another dimension for your soul.
in my dream.
In your
like,
soul.
Yes.
We make the time. We make from this time to this time. We count it one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we count it like with this Khayyam calendar. We count it 365 days. It's like 1 year, and every 5 years one day added.
Yes.
Or counted like this. Having said that, and the fact that God is something out of this dimension,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean He's not here. Okay, I'll give you another example. My phone is busy, but give me your phone.
Yeah.
You know, this phone, imagine this phone is universe. Every application, when you open, like so many applications, it doesn't matter, so many applications you have in it.
Yes.
Imagine every application is one planet, for example.
Okay.
In every
This is
application,
yours?
for example, like WeChat,
Yeah.
like Facebook,
Yes.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Imagine this is like a, for example, humankind, like a Facebook, and then, or is like a WeChat, and then in WeChat you open, there are so many people.
Yeah.
When you want to make a people, this is the God, for example, but it's not like this. I am just
I
making the
know,
example.
just the example. Right?
God
I
is
know,
not
yeah.
like anything that we can describe.
Yeah.
We never will be able to describe. We only know His rational, He thinks, He listens to us, He decides, and everything is in His control. But if for sake of argument, if we consider this as an example of God, if we say this is the God, and then there are so many applications, He decides, He knows all of this application.
Yes.
The application do not have any idea about Him, except the connection, relation, and the feeling, and I don't know the like how to say, like signals that they receive sometimes.
Yes. I know something. You go first. Yes.
And then there are principles. When they do wrong, like it gives them warning, or it shuts them down, or reset them, or blah blah blah. It gives them instruction. It gives like kind of manual books to them how to be used. And then they have principles. Then,
But they don't know about
the phone itself.
Yeah, a phone, just a.
And also, when they know, there are many different phones.
Yeah.
Every phone you can install the application like Facebook or Beijing, WeChat, and then in the WeChat itself, there are many souls. There are many men. There are many people. You create the people. You have choice. You are the people.
Yeah.
You are these people of the like your profile in WeChat.
Yes. I know.
It's unlimited too.
I know
Yeah.
another event. Yeah.
Yeah, you open and then you make people with this application, and then your application knows only WeChat. In the WeChat, your application is limited to this world,
Yeah.
to this dimension, and then your profile talks to my profile, and then my profile tells you, how can someone have me with the art of Flash and lives in the art of this is not is bullshit. I believe in science. I believe in WeChat. For real.
Yeah. I know example. It's like in our words, like we know like E equals MC square is a science like what we know that and we use that, but like to imagine what like a phone, Imagine this is another word, and we use a stone to put this there and give 5 cm and put another one and put another one for 5
With
cm.
5
Yes,
centimeter distance between
and
each
maybe like this words. Humans know that our words like 5
centimeters.
Yes.
Distance from each other.
But they don't know. Just they have interest in put the stone on it and give Pakistan. It's a very interesting thing.
I think I got your point, but the way you say, for example, your phone has a resolution,
Yeah.
in the resolution of your phone, every stone that you took like a picture in your screen, you take like 5 stones with 5 centimeter distance from each other, right?
Yes.
And then when you measure with your hand, it's 5 centimeters different, like 5 millimeters distance, or 5 centimeter distance between each other.
Yes.
But once this is in another phone, the resolution
change.
It's not 5 centimeters anymore.
It's just a one word.
Exactly. You take a picture, for example, these cubes, each on the ground, each have like 1 centimeter distance between each other.
Yes.
You take a photo.
Yeah, this.
You can measure it is 1 centimeter,
yes.
and then you send it in your computer. You make it big.
Yeah.
What's the distance? Everything is equivalent to. It's coordinate. No, how you say? In this word, in this measurement, according to this coordinator, according to this thing, everything we make some kind of a standard for ourselves.
Yes.
This also maybe is wrong.
Like also I think maybe some I can't to describe it. Is maybe I say someone or to like create E equals MC square, and we just found it and we use it. But
we define it and we use it as a discipline.
But maybe
wrong.
just he or she or it just interested, like maybe E equals MC square. I give you the things in your word and you use it. So I think
I had image processing presentation once, and it's about the 3D pictures, and I was not very good at it. And I needed to do this presentation very well, like very good, and like impress the people. I swear, I bullshit all the class for 1 hour. I said something I knew. Okay, I have some other information, but not. I knew this is not. I knew I am wrong in this what I am saying, and I was giving some kind of algorithm idea. I knew this algorithm would work only as algorithm, as the way I described. But once you go to practical, I know where it will stop.
Yeah.
I knew it too.
Yes.
And I keep being so confident on it, and I presented, and everyone believed it. And my professor passed me with a very good mark.
Yes.
And when I finished, I told him the thing like this. And okay, let's this not to be on the camera, but where we were. So we come to this year.
Yeah.
I ask you again. So after all that we don't know about dimension, and we know like people go to Big Bang. Okay, first people we agree. Then we come to this point that we say maybe the first people also was kind of God made it with the process, with the science, with something like we need a wife, the sperm and the eggs meet each other and make a plant, or plant need to be seed and water in the planting in the soil, and then come out. Maybe something like this. I cook your question, your theory. Maybe the first man was something like God take a meat and put it like in microwave or somehow and make something with the science, like they are doing in the hospital right now. There are children coming without mother or without father or without. They do something like this. It's not out of nothing, but still somehow they with the limited knowledge they do it. God is like perfect science.
Yes.
He could do maybe out of nothing too. You say maybe he created like this, and I say yes, he created like that.
Yeah.
We have in Quran, we believe it's sent by himself.
Yeah.
If you could find a reason, one reason, this is not the book of God, okay, we agree. We can find the reason and say this book is not for God, but there is no one so far until now nobody could find one. Okay, go ahead. I pause it. You need to go. I make it very short. We have this book that so far nobody could say this is not, nobody could prove this is not something. In the other hand, we can prove that it's this word sent by God. In this book, God said, we created people from nothing, from the clay. I created from the clay. I took the clay, the flesh, the carbons, the clay, and I say be, and it was. And I put from my soul in it. How you say? I blow in it, and then it became mankind. It was Adam, the first man, and he was. He could talk. He had the knowledge. He was just like you. He was not a monkey to become a blah blah. But even if we take the evolution as a kind of process, it doesn't deny the fact that there is God. There is someone decided to be here, and He listened to us, and He is testing us, and we are here only to worship Him. This one thing. On the other hand, then you ask them about they say, okay, if it's true, then what about Big Bang Theory? They say there was nothing, and then pow, explosion, and there is a Big Bang. Which this again, we have the scientists are saying 50 years ago. Quran is saying 1,400 years ago. That is describing the way that the Earth is coming, and it's supporting Big Bang Theory too. This is not gonna. Even it's describing and supporting the fact, the expansion, and then everything is gonna back together to the I don't know. The universe is expanding now, and then it's gonna come back to. It's going to say everything is from God and it's going back together. Maybe we could think that He's not denying the fact of the God. We can't do it so fast. We cannot do it, but we have this kind of theory. If you ask them again, they have this ask. Either a man find a wife and created the children, or universe. Who created universe? Maybe universe created universe out of nothing. If it's nothing, then forever is nothing. If universe created universe, then something has created universe again. Who had created the first universe?
Wait.
Again, it is a God.
Yeah.
A creator.
God, yeah.
Let's call it creator. If another creator created a creator, then there is a creator. If creator come out of nothing, that's also again, we can't do it so fast. I think you need to go. Your father calls.
Yeah.
We can do
maybe,
the rest
maybe we can
next time.
talk later. Next time. Next
so
time.
many
Yes,
things to cover. We can make it very
so many things to talk.
That's
It's
I
very
cut this.
yeah. Cut this one and cut
Yeah.
my father told me that.
No, that I paused it. Don't worry. Thank you. Good talk.